During the anniversary livestream in May, Behavior officially confirmed that in July, we will have a new licensed survivor coming as a mini chapter. A lot of the community had no idea and no expectations on who this mysterious survivor is, as the only information we knew was that the next chapter after Dungeons and Dragons was going to be Castlevania, so this information came out as a surprise. The only hint we had as to who this mysterious license was is that the devs claimed this survivor was a character that truly embodies the meaning of survivor. The first thoughts for many were Ellie from The Last of Us, Rick Grimes or other characters from The Walking Dead, and for many including myself, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. However, Gumpy, the original person who leaked all of the previous DLCs correctly, has spoken, as in one video from I believe Schmuckles, in a comment stating they wish it was either Tomb Raider or The Walking Dead, Gumpy directly said that they believe it is Miss LC, referencing Lara Croft. This completely sparked the rumors that indeed the new survivor is going to be her. Now remember that this is just a rumor, exactly like my video talking about Jason coming to Dead by Daylight, as Gumpy has specified that he thinks it's Lara Croft instead of the security he had when leaking Castlevania. However, I have plenty of reasons to believe that the July survivor is indeed her, with evidence. The first and obvious ones is that Lara fits perfectly with the hint that the devs teased. While the original triangle-breasted Lara was more of an explorer like Indiana Jones, the reboot 2013 version of her made her the true embodiment of a survivor, and this was one of the biggest marketing pushes that they did with this version. The 3 games that came out as part of this reboot are called the Survivor Trilogy, as the mechanics of those games changed in order to make Lara feel more like a survivor rather than an action hero she was in the past. The second piece of evidence is the license holders itself. Crystal Dynamics has collabed with many video games back in 2023, including Fall Guys and Call of Duty. Way back in the past we also got collabs with Fortnite and Rainbow Six Siege. In fact, in one of their posts in the official account, we can see that they directly state that more collabs will come in 2024, which would fit with a new one with Dead by Daylight. In fact, Netflix is releasing a new Tomb Raider animated show, so this would also be a marketing push in order to hype up the new series. Now, one thing to note is that for all these collabs, the version we got of Lara was the unified version, which is a mix between the original and the Survivor reboot. However, I think that if we do get her in DBD, her default will be the Survivor version, and her cosmetics will for sure include the iconic blue shirt and shorts combo, and I am sure she will get many other cosmetics in the store too. Finally, and by far the biggest piece of evidence for me, is that Tomb Raider is one of the many licenses that appeared way back in the player satisfaction survey in 2023, and on the same survey, we got licenses just like Alan Wake, Dungeons and Dragons, Alien, and most importantly for this video, Tomb Raider. But now let's talk about the elephant in the room and something that I know for a fact many players will think. Tomb Raider has nothing to do with horror, and this is the same problem that Dungeons and Dragons had back when it was announced, to which I have to respond that Tomb Raider actually does have a lot of horror elements on it. Back in the original Tomb Raider games from the PS1, not only was the idea of fighting dinosaurs and mummies kinda scary for young me, but the final level of the very first game was Atlantis, and this was one very gruesome level. The walls were made of meat, the enemies looked terrifying for that era, and if you told me that this is not horrific, I would be very surprised. And for the reboot versions, the game shows various creepy scenes in the 2013 game, like the iconic River of Blood scene where we can see her Prestige 3 version already, or that one scene with the Onis once she is captured. I remember thinking way back that these scenes are absolutely horrific, and did everyone forget how gruesome her death scenes were in those games? They almost matched the level of Dead Space in terms of intensity. So while the focus of Tomb Raider is not necessarily horror, as it's more action-adventure, the games absolutely do not shy away from horror-inspired elements, and the more familiar you are with the license, the more you will understand what I mean. And let's be completely honest, with comedy characters like Nicolas Cage in the game, I see absolutely no argument as to why Lara is not a fitting guest for Dead by Daylight. Let me know what you think of these rumors and if you believe that the new survivor is indeed her. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for any new information coming soon of the new DLC.